Greetings, it's Vaygrim, back again with episode 5, season 2 of Vaygrim's Chance. I've been making some progress. I actually have not made that much progress up here. I keep getting sidetracked by other wonderful things. I've rearranged this a little bit, the presser and the clay jug. Out front, we've got an apiary that I actually built. This thing is from Pam's Harvestcraft. I've been having so much fun with this. Here we go, apiary right there. It's not hard. Some wood planks and some item frames right down the middle. You'll find bees. You'll find actually bee hives out in the world attached to the underside of trees, on tree leaves. And you get the bee, the queen bee, and put her in an apiary and just let her go. I don't know if they need sky. That's just a habit from forestry. As you can see, I have a good amount of supplies. You can put honey in the squeezer and get, honeycomb in the squeezer and get honey. You put a wax comb in the squeezer and get wax, and you can make candles out of those, which is very cool. I should also have, there it is, right there. I don't know if this does. No, I have to get a grub. Yeah, how do I get a... I think only a bee, queen bee, has a chance of getting me a grub. So if you have a grub, if a queen has a random chance of giving you a grub, then you can give it royal jelly and turn it into a new queen. But not every single queen will give you. Once a queen runs out of energy, runs out of durability, you just put her in the crafting grid, turn her into royal jelly, and you can energize the next grub that you get. Ooh, it's nighttime. Nighttime is the right time. Now I get to show you a new invention of mine. As you know, I had an ender lasso. Actually, I might not have told you guys this. These things are kind of expensive. Ender pearl, 4 diamonds, 3 gold, and a string. That was a lot of resources to make one. This one is bound to the inside of my animal pen here. This is going real good. I've got seed, feed, and oh gosh, so much stuff. This is set to collect automatically too and kill, so it only keeps 2 of each creature in here now, not counting the babies. Please collect that, thank you. The collector is not quite wide enough to catch this one outer block right here. This row it misses in the pen. Everything else it gets though. Always have 3 buckets of milk sitting there. Now I don't have MFR installed, which means I cannot put milk into a tank, which seems like a kind of an oversight, but whatever. So it stays in bucket form. I have a plentiful supply of wool, which is very, very awesome. Eggs, I use in a lot of cooking ingredients. This is for the chickens, actually. That's gray wool right there. And, of course, some clay that gets dropped when the animals get killed, plus beef, pork chops. I get mutton from the lambs, all sorts of great stuff. It's cool. And the cool thing is, this row right here, the wheat and the wheat seeds, breeds the chicken, sheep, and cows, and then the carrots right there actually breeds the pigs. It's nice. So let's go put this second lasso, to use. I get to play what I have been terming abduction squad. I'm going to go monster hunting. No. Now you just saw where that guy went, right? Let me see if I can get a good angle on this one. There is, you can probably see it right over there. A little contraption with a barrel above it stuck in the side wall of my actual house plot. And basically, I have a little 3x3x4 chamber. And this is aimed dead center in the middle of it, right in the air. Anything that goes in there, bad guy-wise, gets killed. And I have to admit, this kind of takes a challenge out of dealing with the bad guys. It's suddenly become very easy to survive in this game just because of this combination. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing. All these bad guys, ooh, there's another one, get sent, just like that. Yep, and killed. Perfect timing. Oh, so much experience. Now, I'm out of bottles already. These are not bottles of water, but bottles of enchanting. I have 73, and I need more glass. Thought I heard a bad guy. This is a vacuum hopper from Open Blocks. It grabs everything, even the experience balls. And it's full. That's why I had to grab some myself. The experience balls go up into these little bottles. And the items... I see one down there. The items, just like that, go in here. This is everything that I have been getting off of all the bad guys. Zombie skulls, bows. That's a nice power bow right there. Tell you what, I'm going to get these two and combine them together to make a better bow. Actually, you know what? Let us do that. Brand new bow. Hey. Ooh, so many arrows, too. Yeah. This is real cool stuff. I'm really liking this. I popped everything from witches to endermen in here. I see a couple of boots I can combine. And I figure, thanks to some of the crazy drops that I actually get in this, maybe I can actually piece together some nice armor, like steel leggings. Yeah. It's going to be real nice. I'm going to be watching this and using this on and off. Now, I readily admit, see, this is just a 3x3 chamber. Set in the floor right there is an adjustable chest with a killing upgrade. It's got energy, AI, and killing upgrades. All that thing does is slaughter animals and creatures that get put in there. That's it. So I run around with my ender lasso. This is bound to the pen, Y level 66. This is bound into that chamber, Y level 68. So they show up right in midair and just drop. It's tall enough that I can actually get endermen in there. I can get, it's wide enough I can put spiders in there. It's nice. I can get anything. I've gotten everything from witches to zombies to skeletons to even a couple of pigmen from the nether, because this goes cross-dimensionally. Yes. So this is kind of an overpowered tool, I admit, but it's a great setup that I am proud of. I figured that you guys might want to see this. I'm actually gonna open this up. There's no lights in here intentionally because I was hoping monsters would just spawn in here. But apparently this torch right here is just light enough that that might prevent that. I'm not sure. Or maybe I'm just never far enough away. Adjustable chest with upgrades. Yeah. So yeah, this is all this is. 3x3, 4 tall. And the lasso is literally bound at head level. Where it's basically on the same height as this block right here. This XP bottler. It's a real simple setup, and I am absolutely loving it. It turns night times into a fun little game where you can just go around abducting bad guys and teleporting them back to your torture chamber. Ooh, speak of the devil. Let's get the right one. This is how I've actually gotten... Did I get him? Sometimes it's not a guarantee that the endermen are going to drop. Drop rates are, there it is, erratic and strange. Yeah, I need some more glass. Tell you what, I'm going to do that right now. Let's just distribute that evenly. Goodies for later. Hi, I want your stuff. You see what I mean? It's fun. I've built a staircase going up the side of the mountain right here. A little bit of a path at the top, as you will see. This is a great wood sapling. Still hasn't grown yet. Great wood sapling. Still hasn't grown. I think they take forever. Spruce that I found. I went exploring to get some forests. As you see, I've got a really nice little upgrade here to the workspace, the foreman's area for building. And I started building the gatehouse. There's going to be a gatehouse right there, 2 level, maybe 3 level, counting the roof. And some walls they're going to stick off for the front of the actual city, the floating city. Regular crafting table that I probably want to upgrade into or replace with an easy crafting table. I'm not sure. But 4-burner furnace and solar powered. I've actually got 4 solar generator upgrades. Now, last episode I showed you guys stopgap. Stopgap lets me safely make some glowstone without having to risk my life on the roof of the nether mining the stuff. Well, I made some glowstone, 4 pieces of glowstone to be exact, which allowed me 4 solar generator upgrades. Thank you very much, Athlon, for the wonderful mod. So I got 4 fuel efficiency upgrades, an auto transfer. So it's not only solar charged, but it's also very efficient with how it uses that solar charge. So this thing just sits there, absorbing rays. It's great. This over here is an adjustable chest with a couple of space upgrades and a cobblestone generator. So now I can get these and stock up on smooth stone. All free. Actually, I like keeping these. If you notice, you take one of these 2 buckets out, it stops. 31, 32, 33, 34. It's a nice little generator. I really like that thing. Anyway, I've got some birch trees now. I'm very excited about that. Hi. Yes. Welcome to Hotel Pain. Regarding the Rock Smasher setup, for those of the those symmetrically minded people, I have reoriented things to make it a little bit more, lined up, symmetrical. I thought a lot of you might like that. So it looks real nice and even from the front. It's not lopsided with the clock off one side. I did that specifically just to make it look better. It does not change functionality at all. This thing is still working great. I have still done a ton of actual mining with that. Thought I heard something up front. As you can see, I've got a lot of tin, fair amount of zinc, some copper. I actually need to go find some more copper. I've got gold. I'm doing real good. I've been doing some mining, and I had a request from a Mr. Crazy Pants himself. He's actually never seen the Master's Staff. He's never seen minions in use. Well, CP, this is for you. 4 minions in a row.
Okay.
Now, that uses food. When I do that, as you noticed, my hunger bar went down drastically. I double right-clicked on that chest. That sets them to put things in that chest. Now, graphically, they are a little buggy. Those guys are technically over at that grouping of trees. But they're going to cut that entire stand of oak trees down. It's going to take them a little while, though. You'll notice the trees aren't popping down just yet. Now, what I actually need to do is move this over there and then put a vacuum, or maybe right here, and put a vacuum hopper upgrade on them. But what I'm thinking also, instead, is just to make a vacuum chest and a tree farm. An actual farming station from Ender.io. But before we can do that, I'm going to let those guys go. We have... I can actually put that up there. Let's see it. There we go. A Stirling generator right there in the middle. Sag mill, I always like on the left. Alloy smelter on the right, because when I'm processing, I think left to right. Just me. So yeah, I think it's really cool. I've got this now. Now this is not efficient. However, there it is. It will definitely get us started. Yeah, this is going to be at least something that we can start pouring power into these adjacent machines, so we actually have a little bit to work with. I'm going to do 8 just as an arbitrary number. You put those up here in the sag mill, and that increases your yield. Main output is boosted 100 to 120%. Bonus output is boosted to 125%. Power is reduced by 15%. That's good. Long term, though, we're going to have to make some dark iron or dark steel so we can make some dark steel balls. And the dark steel balls are put in there and they rattle around and help increase that yield and lower the actual power usage even more. It's going to be nice. I'm going to let this actually charge up some. You notice these guys are still going. I'm not sure how long it's going to take them because all those trees interconnect and it counts as one big tree. So they go at this for about 5 to 10 minutes sometimes before it actually drops down. That is 4 by 10. So I think it's 40 actual trees. There we go. Now those guys have all of those trees in their inventory. I'm going to pick up all of these apples. And I am going to replant my tree stand. Now, my goal eventually is to have a nice big farm using the farming station. Why are you guys chopping my saplings? Go away. They're not doing anything in actuality. So now those guys have grabbed all of that wood as soon as they actually think they're done. More saplings. All the leaf blocks are gone. I'm going to leave them to their devices. Every time I summon them, I have to summon all 4 minions, right? Which takes a lot of food. I can empty out my hunger bar completely summoning all 4. Then every task you give them uses a little bit of hunger. So you go through food a lot by using these guys. But you can actually dig straight down mine shafts with them. You can strip mine with them. And for anybody that wasn't paying attention in earlier episodes, this is a mine shaft. This is what they do. They actually do the stairs, the landings, all the way down, total corkscrew. All the way down to Y level 10. That's where they stop. It's real cool. Anyway, I'm going to let this charge up. Let my minions figure out what the hell they're doing. I'll come back to you guys in just a second. Okay, the minions are done doing their dirty work. They've cut down not only that stand of oak trees, they moved on to some neighboring acacia trees before they stopped. They basically have a fixed amount of inventory that they have to fill up. And when they're full, or when they've gone far enough away, they'll come back and they'll either drop the stuff that they have done, they've worked at your feet, or on a chest. If you double right-clicked with the staff on a chest, you just have to get a little bit of ways away to double-click. Didn't need to do that. Once you get some minions, though, you just hit M for minions, and it brings up this menu. That's a cool effect that actually does nothing. If you use it on a minion, it cracks the whip and makes them work faster, but it actually uses your hunger too. So be careful. So we had this and half this number of oak saplings. We now have all of this wood. Actually going to get some more of these planted. I'll come back to that in just a minute. So they are hard little industrious workers. And basically, instead of using a machine that you power with electricity or magic that you use with and power with mana, these guys are fueled by food. Your hunger. You are sacrificing your food bar in order to do anything. So we have this thing charging up both of these machines still. I can't wait to get this upgraded. However, for right now, I'm thinking we need something that's a little bit better yield. Now, I've got all these miscellaneous weird little... Oh, I was going to do this. And I got totally sidetracked. That's going to use the rest of that XP that's in the buffer. And we are going to have a really nice backstock. That is full of 31 levels. It's actually full up. If I go upstairs, notice it's not draining anymore. So I need to start using the levels that I've actually got. And that's why I wanted to get into Ender.io, because I want to make dark steel, because I want to make an enchanter. Now here's the thing. This is not going to be enough power long term. We could run one of these machines, but not both at the same time. So what I wanted to do was make a little bit of an upgrade. I've got some coal blocks. I don't need those. So I have some redstone, both in block and in dust form. I have iron, gold, cobblestone, a whole lot, smooth stone, and oak wood. What am I going to do? Well, there is the survivalist generator from Extra Utilities. But this thing is not great in terms of power yield. I would have to make multiples of them. Well, if you get 8 and put them in a circle around one of these doodads, a transfer node, energy, you can make a survivalist generator times 8. It's basically 8 of those combined into one block. It's 8 times as efficient on the fuel, I think, or something. So basically, this is going to put 8 times the power, but it's probably going to burn 8 times as fast. However, this means we could probably run our little hut off of that thing for a little while. We could probably put a couple more machines on there. So this would normally mean I have to craft 8 of those, right? Then individually craft, where did I put it? One of these, which is 4 transfer nodes items, and then a breadth first search upgrade, which is, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Here's where I get to show you the power of easy crafting. Ta-da! I could even make others if I wanted to later. Nice and simple. I tell you what I'm going to do. Get one of those. Wood to iron upgrade. That. And now we put our resources back. Whoops. Where we left them. You notice I had to upgrade this. I had so much cobblestone. It went over 64 stacks. So, yeah. So we have an 8 times survivalist generator. And we've saved ourselves a lot of steps. We could actually put that right there. And this is going to generate as much power as 40 of these. But in one block. 16 minutes running time. And you'll notice we already have 8,000 RF. This has been running for about 30 minutes now. About 20 minutes now. It's got 50,000 RF plus the 200 in the machines. 250,000 RF. I'm curious if this thing can catch up in 15 minutes. We'll have to see. So, these, I'm not sure how much they output. I don't know. Not sure. So we have a couple of different rates. This is 20 RF per tick, and I think this is 40 RF per tick. So we've got about 60 RF per tick. The only problem is right now, I need to get these connected. All as one big happy family. Now for those of you, okay, first of all, you might notice speed upgrade. If you look right here, there was an update to better chests. They have the lightweight upgrade. It's for backpacks only. It adds a fluffy lightness to your backpack, which means that it actually reduces your weight. Ergo, it makes you run faster. That's what that's from. The only thing I wish, and this is a UI bug on Minecraft's part, I wish this went behind any eye. Okay, in this list, Ender.io, a lot of people don't know, you can do shift and then left click once, and it locks it down to mod.ender.io. That's only Ender.io, that's all we're seeing. Nice and easy. What's happening out here? I heard a monster. Maybe? Oh. I hear something somewhere. I'm going to worry about it later. 100,000. It's only been running for 2.5 minutes. Yeah, I'm thinking this thing is actually going to outperform this one. It's going to work nicely. But we need to make some low-level power conduits. It's that one right there. And that is conductive iron. Now, how do we make conductive iron? Well, iron ingot and an alloy smelter. Unfortunately, the only way we can make it right now is if we had an alloy smelter. That's why I wanted to make this hardware. We set this to alloys only. And it's going to be slow because we have not upgraded this at all. Once we get some of these capacitors, a double layer or an octatic, we can put them right here and this will get faster and faster and faster. But for right now, we actually have a gateway to technology. This is good. This means that as of right now, we can actually get... I might move these. I might put those up against the ceiling and do power conduits down. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Next thing I want to do is make a painting machine, and we can start hiding conduits in the flooring. That's going to be real nice. Yes. Definitely yes. Okay, there's one. Now, another thing we're also going to need is this stuff called conduit binder, which comes from conduit binder composite. So I'm going to need... Actually, I'm just going to grab a... Let's see, I need 12 of those. And I think 2 of those. Probably the only thing I can make is binder composite, which you just... There we go. Smelt up. I wish stuff would auto-distribute between these two. This is the only gripe I have, is that I wish there was an upgrade that would auto-distribute, cook whatever's being smelted. Like, auto-balancing. I think that would be really cool. The factories from Mechanism do that, and it spoils you pretty quick. So we now have this. We have 2 of these, which means we can now grab 8 of those. So now we've got some additional power. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is actually put these up here and then pull the power down across the top of the machines. That way I could put a painting machine here. Actually, now I could actually make a capacitor bank. That's a thought. Let's see. I'm just going to get a whole stack of this stuff. And I'm going to grind it up because I need coal powder to make capacitor banks. If you look, capacitor bank is... I have to make... Each one of these is 2 of these guys, right? Each double layer capacitor is 2 basic capacitors and some coal powder and electrical steel. I actually need the coal powder for the electrical steel. Let me think. I'm going to get a group of those. Whoops. Wrong one. I love this backpack, by the way. If you look, I have a resupply upgrade, which basically means that it automatically restocks my torches. If I put food, it'll automatically restock that same kind of food. Also, on the food front, hot dogs. Yep, that is bread and pork plus a pot. Is that hilarious or what? I've got carrot juice, blueberry juice. I've got cheeseburgers. That is a regular hamburger plus cheese, which is toast and meat, beef right there. Toast is just smelting bread. I think it's interesting. You can get bread, smelt it into toast, and automatically gives more, a little bit more on terms of hunger. I've got baked ham, regular steak, ginger chicken, fruit salad. I'm eating very well, I have to say. I've gone through all my tea, but I've got another back stock of tea leaves in here, so I think I'm doing pretty good. I've also got some stock to make some other complex things, even some seed soup. Oh, cheese, butter, carrot soup, all sorts of great stuff. I'm eating very well with Pam's Harvest Craft, and the crafting table, the easy crafting table, makes it so simple. Okay, so I've got some of that stuff. Now, what I need to do is get that. We're going to have to grind this next. So I think what I'm going to try and do between this episode and next episode let's see, is I'm going to try and see if I can... Oh, actually, you know what? That thing's topped out. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. I'm going to try and see if I can actually make a capacitor bank. I'll put these things into the capacitor bank, and the capacitor bank will come down the wall. The cabling from the capacitor bank will come down the wall into the machines. But this means now we've got technology and we've got electricity. Once we can do this, things become a lot easier. We have a lot more elaborate materials we can process. So this makes me very, very happy. Thank you guys very much for sitting with me in on this and learning as I learn and doing as I do. I think it's going to be a fun experience. Let's see. I still have 6 of those. I'm going to hold off. I'm actually going to get... Yep. You go back there. I'm going to have to get some more iron soon. And I have to get... Actually going to stop processing that, because that is making more than enough. And I'm going to grind that. Okay. Thank you for joining me. And, oh, I wanted to show you guys making some progress over here. Before we go, let's check in on the build site. Dun, 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 dun. I've got the upgrades to the foreman area that I already showed you. Telescope, I thought this would be really, really cool, kind of looking at the site from a distance. And then up here, I've got camera. I think I actually might move it back a little way, like down there, as if we're photographing the actual site itself. Or I might just put it over here off the side. But I think it's a good idea. Actually, you know what? I'm going to at least... Whoopsie. Forgot. It aims the way you are. Oh, wow. You can do it offset. So, yeah, what I can actually do is put it like that. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Okay. This is the gatehouse so far. I know, it's not much. I'm going to have a floor just above, 1 block above this archway. I don't know if I'm going to do stairs or ladders. I'm thinking I'm going to do ladders. But there's going to be a balcony on either side that would normally be referred to as a guard's balcony. It's going to be a half balcony. It's going to stop right here. It's only going to be a couple of blocks out. The idea is that if this is the gatehouse, you have guys walking through here. There's a half balcony on this side and on this side where guards with bow and arrow can actually shoot in at intruders. They can also pour down from those. Those will basically have a couple of little beds, some cots, and some storage, but there will be actually from there up to the roof access, which is going to be just above that. Then this is going to open up to a main pathway in a center square. I'm going to put a little building over there where we're going to start living in, I think. And then over here, I'm actually going to put some, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out, but this is the start. I'm actually going to have wall. It's going to be some of this stone brick, and then gravel in between, or maybe something that looks like gravel. And that is going to be coming off of this, and it's going to stick out just a little bit above. Part of it is going to stick out above, like it was ripped off of its foundations. So it's still got part of that city wall sticking out of either side of the gatehouse, which in order to get onto the island and get to the rest of it, the whole network of islands, you'll have to come through here. So this is going to be kind of the, the foyer, so to speak. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much for joining me. This is Vaygrim signing off. I will see you guys on the next episode of Vaygrim's Chance. I think things are going real well, and I'm very excited for the new season. I hope you are too. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.